What's up, guys? It's Orange, and today I'm bringing you a video discussing the future of competitive Destiny and the possibility of 4v4s becoming the mainstream sweat. Now, obviously there have been some videos put up of 4v4 skirmish and 4v4 zone control, which I have seen and have partaken in a few of those game modes. And I do like zone control a lot. I do like how it's objective based. It definitely deters people from camping and makes the game a little more interesting. And also it's going to make people play a lot less selflessly. They're going to play for their team more, I guess. I guess on competitive teams people don't really play selflessly, but when you're playing pickups, some people just go for kills and KD, which is kind of annoying and frustrating sometimes. So definitely zone control will make you much more objective based in your gameplay and definitely your decision making in the game. But now I'm going to get into some of the pros and cons of what I think are good and bad about the possibilities of 4v4s in Destiny. Now, so pros first, the more people. There will be more people in 4v4s, which could be way more interesting to watch if you're into that. If you're more of a spectator of the game, I think you'll like 4v4s. You can see some of your more dream team players play together. Your favorite people might get on the team and make like this god team that you've been wanting to see play together. That obviously can't fit on a 3v3 team just because there's 4 people you like. So from a spectator's point of view, 4v4s may be more interesting with more people. But as a player's point of view, definitely a big change is going to be there's more variety. I don't think you'll see as many of the same weapons, especially in secondaries. I think you'll see a lot more different combinations. You'll see shotguns, snipers, but you also possibly see fusion rifles and sidearms. Now, sidearms did get a buff. I don't know about fusion rifles, but I know the Plan C is really good. Again, not a very common weapon to use, but people do main IS Luna a lot, so there is a possibility for a Plan C in there, which would be an interesting setup. Now, shotguns are pretty strong right now. I would say they're the #1 at the moment. Snipers were really hit hard by that nerf, and it has ended a lot of people sniping competitively in Destiny, at least for now, until a buff comes out for them, which I'm assuming will come soon. I don't think snipers are going to stay like this forever, but maybe that is how it is. But I definitely think you only see one sniper per team, and if it is 4v4s, then you'll probably see possibly a sidearm or a fusion rifle thrown in there. Now, another thing is rules may change. Now, if you're against how the rules are right now, this could be a pro for you. If you like the rules right now, then it's probably a con for you. So this is kind of on both the list. But obviously, if 4v4s occur, then there probably will be rule changes. You may be allowed to run duplicate subclasses just because 4 is a lot of people to have on one team, and there's a greater chance of a subclass conflict. So if you don't like the duplicate subclass rule right now, it might change. So this might be in favor. You might be in favor of this rule. So again, that could be a pro or a con. Also with 4 players, you're going to have a lot more people on the playing field at once, obviously, so you might see some bigger maps. You might see some bigger map choices, such as like Dust Cathedral or Cathedral of Dust, whichever the title is. You might see a lot of other maps that you may not have seen before, with a little more size. Sky Shock, the large map for Sparrows, First Light, that would be interesting to see a 4v4 on. In that game mode, you may see more snipers, but I don't know but exactly how that would work, but it would be interesting to see some more maps, and it could change in 4v4s. So moving on to the second part of the video, the cons of 4v4s. Now again, rule change is one of these, so that could be a pro or a con for you. So one thing that I have noticed for sure when playing 4v4s is it's definitely harder to communicate. Obviously having a 4th person and getting your callouts and flanks right is going to be a lot more difficult just because you have another person talking in the mic, another person to try to command on the field. It's just going to be very complicated, and that's definitely one of the biggest things I've noticed while I was playing them. Another big thing is people are going to have to change their team composition, which if you already had a set team for a tourney, obviously that could be a bit of a problem. Obviously you have to pick up a 4th player to play in 4v4 tournaments, and that might be harder for teams that consistently play 3s together to get used to a new 4th player. Now if you are in a clan and you have players that you consistently play with, that could be pretty easy for you, but for pickups, 4s would be very difficult, especially in communication, as I said before, and just in general with the added player. Now, in my personal opinion, I think Destiny should stay how it is right now. 3v3s, that's unique to Destiny. I think it should stay like that. Now, I know other game modes like COD, I believe, do 4v4s. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And then also Overwatch, I believe, does 6v6, and Counter-Strike does 5v5. So Destiny, I think it would be cool to keep it 3v3 for that kind of to be Destiny's thing. That definitely is what the mainstream sweaty players are used to right now, I would say, and I believe most people would agree with me. If there is 4s and that is how it's going to be in sweats, of course, I'll adapt to that, and I'll get prepared for it. But honestly, I don't think it's that big of a deal. But there are definitely going to be some changes that come if we go to 4s. I think it would be cool if there were 1v1 tournaments or 2v2 tournaments. I mean, they could do one for every single one out there, custom games. 1v1 tournaments definitely do seem a little more campy to me, or at least the games I've played in so far. They definitely do tend to be a little more campy. But anyway, back to the topic of 4v4s. That's for another video, if, well, maybe not. But anyway, 1v1s is definitely a different thing to talk about for later. But that's my opinion on 4v4s. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and peace out.